Good evening. Yeah, there we go. Now, this is a beautiful room. We don't get to be in a room like this often, so I'm just taking this all in. The colors and the culture and the laughter and the conversation. It's just wonderful to be in a space like this. So give yourself a round of applause for being here. So my name is Sheridan Blanford. I have the pleasure of serving as your MC. I'll tell you, they've given me the mic 3 years in a row, so buckle up. I don't like scripts, but they trust me, so this is third time's the charm. I have the pleasure of being the Associate Athletic Director for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion here for UW Athletics. So again, when I tell y'all, this space don't usually look like this, so I'm excited to share space with all of you here. I also have the pleasure of being a graduate of the University of Washington. I received my Master's of Education from the Intercollegiate Athletic Leadership Conference in 2016. And so thanks. I don't like saying that. It feels like I'm getting old, but as I had mentioned, I have the opportunity to be the 2024 graduation and Kente ceremony MC. On behalf of the University of Washington and all of the sponsors, the planning committee, welcome to the 28th Annual Black Graduation and Kente Ceremony. We are absolutely delighted that you could join us for such a monumental evening, and we are so excited to be celebrating Black graduates this evening. So, you know, before we get started, we got to do a little housekeeping. So, there's just a few things I got to run through before we welcome in the main event. I will let you know that there is no early exiting, so if you can, get comfy in your seat. If you need to stand up, go to the top of the stairs, get some wiggle room, but please, no early exiting. Let's do our best to support all of our Black grads. Take this moment to silence your cell phones, please. Your graduates will happily receive any gifts, flowers, hugs, celebrations from you, but I do have to remind you that we do not allow balloons in the arena. So if you got them, deflate them, put them in your pocket. They're not allowed in the arena. And then lastly, let's share all the accomplishments of the graduates. So please share and post on social media using the hashtag BlackGrad24, and tag and mention us on Twitter and Instagram at UW-BlackGrad. Now, drum roll please, drum roll please. There we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's make some noise as the class of 2024 makes their procession in, led by the University of Washington executive leadership and faculty. Please cheer, let them know we're happy to see them. All right. Okay, that was anticlimactic. We're gonna try that again. I'm gonna do that again. Now let's part, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. The class of 2024. University of Washington on all 3 campuses. All right. We're for real making y'all wait. Anticipation is killing us. Are we ready? We ready? Are they ready? All right, here they come. Class of 2024, welcome in. Let's go. Keep them coming in. Keep shouting for your graduates. Let's go. think that's the caboose. Black graduates, welcome to your graduation. Let's show them some love. Let's show them some love. Let's show them some love. Show them some love. This is incredible. All righty. I just gotta hope that y'all that are sitting down here just take a moment to understand what you all have accomplished. This is about you. For the next couple hours, this is all about you. So take it in, take each other in, be present in this moment, because this doesn't happen often. So I would like to introduce Deanna Bolden to the stage to lead us in singing the Black National Anthem. Let us show our deference. Y'all sitting down, but stand back up. Y'all, we ain't new to this. We true to this. Stand back up. Deanna will be singing the Black National Anthem. So we will show our deference by standing if you are able. Everybody, please stand.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you, that was incredible. Graduates, you may be seated. I've seen some of your heels. Some feet are hurting already, right? So again, welcome to the 2024 Black Graduate Ceremony. We're super excited that you all are here. I have the honor and privilege of introducing one of my favorite humans on this campus, the Ricky Hall. Ricky is our University Diversity Officer and Vice President for Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity. Ricky Hall has oversight of programs and partnerships that broaden college access, partnerships, support student success, and enhance diversity-related teaching and learning. Please help me welcome Ricky Hall.
Thank you, Sheridan, and thank you all for being here. I have some brief remarks that I want to share with soon-to-be graduates. Before I do that, we lost a cherished member of our community a month and a half ago or so, and that cherished community member was very instrumental in Black graduation for 11 years. And so the Black graduation and Kente ceremony would like to pause and recognize that member of our community and a longtime member of the Black Graduation Planning Committee, and that's Trina Reed. For the past 11 years, Trina worked in the Samuel E. Kelly Ethnic Cultural Center and was an integral part of the UW Black community. She served as one of the key members of the Black Graduation Planning Committee and an active participant in the Black Faculty and Staff Association, leading that association actually for many years. She was a friend to all who she interacted with, and Trina was especially excited about this year's graduation ceremony since she has a niece graduating this year. We'd like to take a moment to recognize her family, some of them who are here with us today, and to thank you for allowing us this opportunity to recognize and honor our dear colleague and fellow committee member, Trina Reed. So I'm going to take a moment of silence. Thank you. So good evening all, and thank you for the invitation to be with you and the opportunity to be a part of this joyous occasion. A special thank you to those who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event a reality. I would also like to thank the family, friends, and mentors of our soon-to-be graduates. Your support and encouragement have played a significant role in our students' progress and in their growth. This time of year, I provide remarks at a number of events like this. Each of them are special, but I especially look forward to this graduation celebration because this is my community. You are my community, and it's wonderful to sit on this stage and look out here and to see all this Black shades of beauty and Black excellence that's out here in the audience. Ceremonies like this are important. It's important that we come together and that we do celebrate that Black excellence. Soon-to-be graduates, this evening is a testament to you and your undaunting excellence. Graduation is a time when lots of advice and words of wisdom are shared. Since I have this opportunity, I thought I too would provide some advice by sharing 3 of my favorite quotes. The first is, "It always seems impossible until it's done." The second is, "When I lost all my excuses, I found my results." And the third is, "Lead without fear, and you can leave without regret." So what are you to take from these quotes? You are to take that it is important that you not make excuses for pursuing your personal and professional dreams and life goals, nor allow fear to keep you from making the impossible possible. There will always be doubters, naysayers, and detractors. Don't let one of them be you. Live and lead without fear, and in the end, you will have no regrets. Your talents, how you show up in this world, and your lives will make a difference. Trust that, for indeed they already have. Your presence here on this campus has made a difference, and on all of our campuses of the University of Washington. The University of Washington is a better place because you all were here. The theme for Black graduation this year is the BlackPrint, as in blueprint. I like that, go mob. This is a fitting theme for many reasons. You are the architect of your own lives and futures. You represent and reflect the big picture. I am appreciative that you have laid the plans to ensure that there will be others here at the UW with similar backgrounds as yours, and that when they get here, their journey will be a little easier. You are the BlackPrint for what's possible and achievable. Your success is an inspiration and an example to so many. So go forth and do great work. In doing so, you honor the ancestors in our communities. Congratulations, soon-to-be graduates. We are all very proud of you. and your Black excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricky, for your introductory remarks. How's everybody doing? Just checking in, pulse check. Grads, how y'all doing? All right. I was like, we got a little bit of time here, so we're gonna need to up the ante, up the energy a little bit. So we're super appreciative of Ricky, and at this time, I have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Marshall Glaze. Born and raised in Baltimore City, Maryland, Marshall, I gotta say, like, super side note, this is where they give me a script and I get to go off script. We didn't talk about this in the back, but when I'm not trying to save the world through DEI at UW Athletics, I love reality TV. So that's what I do. If you're wondering where Sheridan's at when she's not working, usually watching TV. Nonetheless, Marshall is a star on season 4 of Netflix hit reality dating show, Love is Blind. Additionally, Marshall is a social media content creator and marketing consultant. Lastly, Marshall is a proud brother of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Let's welcome our 2024 keynote speaker, Marshall Glaze.
Thank you, Sheridan. That was beautiful. Great introduction. It's a lot of y'all. I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. Well, good evening, friends, family, faculty, and staff, and the graduating class of 2024. Congratulations, y'all. So as you're already doing, I just want to say first, let me start by saying congratulations. Look at you. You made it. You're here. You are at the point where all those late nights, early mornings, and everything in between has paid off. But today, it's not just about celebrating your academic achievements. It's about honoring the journey, your resilience, and your community. Your colleagues next to you, the people who stood by you, and the ones who lifted you up when things got tough. Today, we're gathered as a family that spans time, rooted deeply in rich heritage, culture, and a legacy that we are all so very proud to be a part of. Now, seeing that we're all family, can I holler at y'all a minute? Can I be real? Is that okay? All right. I won't take up much of your time, I promise. We all know how some of these ceremonies can get. The committee enlists the help of someone much more established than myself to bestow the words of encouragement to the next generation of scholars. Fail hard, fail often. Life is not a linear path. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. They stand at the mic and deliver these really compelling speeches, great speeches, that you probably won't even remember when you walk out of those doors. So, I'm gonna be honest, it took a couple of weeks to build up the courage to even write this script and write something halfway encouraging given where I'm at in my life. So, it would have been really disingenuous of me to stand up here and deliver that same cookie cutter type of message that we're all so used to when there are days when I don't even want to get out of bed. So, the show must go on though, right? I'll keep it brief. I won't bury the point in empty platitudes and cookie-cutter motivational speak. My message to you all today is grounded in simple reminders that we often forget as we traverse the tricky landscape that we call life. Essentially, this is a speech that I wrote for myself that I'm hoping resonates with someone out there. So when I think about this year's theme, the BlackPrint, I think about how we're all architects of our own lives, shaping our own destinies and making marks on the world. We take the pieces we're given, the lessons we learned, and we build something that's uniquely ours. While we're all busy plugging away, being the builders of our own destinies, it's important to remember that your degrees, credentials, and your chosen professions don't make you less human. Just because you're graduating today, some of you off to work almost immediately, which I respect, it doesn't give you permission to neglect the very essence of what makes you, you. I've done it. Your professors have, your parents, some of you sitting down in the audience, we've all done it. We become so entrenched in building a life for ourselves that we often overlook the bare necessities. And you know what? If and when it happens, that's okay. This is your reminder to embrace imperfection. In a world that often celebrates flawless success and unattainable standards, it's so easy to fall into the trap of striving for perfection in every little detail of your life. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. Nobody has everything figured out, no matter how convincing they are or how much it looks that way on Instagram or Facebook. For those of you who use that still, you know who you are. Trust me on this one. Being in the public eye has taught me a very valuable lesson in everything is not what it seems. Life is inherently messy and unpredictable, but it's within these confines that true growth occurs. Perfection is a distraction from what's really important, which is self-care. This is your reminder to practice self-compassion. Being overly critical of yourself, setting high, often unrealistic standards, and giving yourself a deadline to figure it all out will only lead to feeling overwhelmed, disappointed, stressed, probably depressed. Monitor that inner dialogue and allow negative thoughts to just flow right through you. When we're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, pause for a moment to acknowledge your feelings and offer yourself kindness. This is a reminder to express gratitude. Celebrate the simple joys and the small victories. I've learned that gratitude has the remarkable ability to shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. It encourages you to recognize the positive aspects of your life, no matter how minor they may seem. This shift in focus can transform your overall perspective, helping you to see the world through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. And finally, this is your reminder to never be too proud to ask for help. When life gets rough, the mountain seems too high, and that valley's looking real low, reach out. I've been there, so y'all don't have to. Take my testimony that there's nothing for you in that despair, nothing but more hurt and more trauma. And believe me, going at it alone is the worst thing you could do in that time. When you feel like the world is conspiring against you and you don't have the strength to carry on, reach out. Lean on the ones around you because you matter to them, no matter how much you think you don't. Odds are, you aren't the only one going through something, so don't be afraid to reach out. And don't be afraid to seek professional help, too. Therapy is not just for white folks, y'all. So use it if you got it. So, thank you. In the spirit of keeping it short and sweet, I'll leave you with this. Take your time, follow your heart, stay curious, and keep being you. Congratulations again to all you, my brothers and sisters.
That was short and sweet, but had a lot of nuggets. Y'all take something from that? Because these graduation speeches is on and on, but he hit on some things. So I'm going to take the liberty, because, again, they gave me the mic. Turn to the person next to you, and I just want you to tell them one thing you're thankful for today. Turn to the person next to you, everybody in here. Tell them one thing you're thankful for today. All right, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back, bring it back. I knew I was going out on a limb telling y'all to talk intentionally, so come on, bring it back to me, please, please. Well, thank you. I think there was a lot of things you shared, and then one thing that I want to just grasp on is how important it is to be thankful and remember how far you've come and how far you have to go, but to really center yourself on how far you've come. I am delighted now to introduce our post-baccalaureate commencement reflection speaker, Nakia Isabel. I gotta say some words, hold on. We got ourselves a cheering squad here. So Nakia Isabel is a Seattle native and former basketball hooper. After graduating from Pepperdine and working with schools, she learned she wanted to invest in the next generation. She believes it's vital to participate in the change we desire to see. So she's proud to receive her Master's of Education and is super thankful for her village. Come on up.
All right. One, I want to say thank you to my village over there, my village online. I appreciate you all being here. So I come from a church background, and it's a little bit quiet in here, and we're Black people, right? So we're people of rhythm and noise. We're celebrating something, right? So there's a lot to be thankful for. There we go. All right. So good evening, everyone. God, thank you. We made it. I made it. My name is Nakia Isabel. Like I said, I want to give a huge shout out to my village that's present physically and online. I appreciate each one of you. I love you so much. I'm excited to be among Black excellence. I believe in our brilliance. It's the blueprint, AKA the BlackPrint, to our culture and society. It's important that we continue to tell and bring awareness to our stories. As an educator, I am constantly thinking of ways to engage, inform, learn, collaborate, and bring transformation to our spaces. And a shout out to my students that are in the building today, too. As a part of my BlackPrint, I'm building a curriculum for my album, Love, Justice, and Truth, and I'll be sharing an original poem entitled Black Lives Matter, too. So since we're people of rhythm, if you could just snap with me like this. Injustice is what I see. You see my blackness, yet life goes beyond what your eyes can see. Black lives, we matter too. You see my skin, yet I'm trying to see you. Ooh, ooh, black lives, we matter too. Black lives, we matter. We matter, we matter too. We take prayer out of our schools, thank you. We take prayer out of our schools and Christ out of Christmas, yet it's interesting that we rely on the power of prayer when calamity hits. And we say one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all, yet it seems as if there is no justice. And freedom is only a joke. We continue to lack unity that allows our streets to choke with red blood, and our marches seem to turn into criticized rallies. And the deception is only magnified by the media. You see the black and the brown dye, yet we can't seem to stop talking about protecting the blue hues of death. Have we become immune to death threats? Many stories untold, yet I wonder if justice will ever be told to live. And since all lives matter, guess what? That means Black lives matter too. How would you feel if your life was at stake because of another's perception, and when fear pulled the trigger pop, your family was left shaken to pay a debt of death? See, I heard fear is just false evidence appearing real. Yet it's hard to distinguish reality when it's been distorted and covered up with lies, yet our reality is our skin pigment is equated to black. And wherever we go in America, we will be first identified by the color of our skin. You see, we're educated, yet still slated, loved, yet still hated, and we can follow protocol, yet still lose our lives to the hands of fear. And we can sit in silence, yet that's what they want us to practice. They, the system that was set up for its fellow American citizen to fail, restricting true freedom to prevail. And I'm not playing victim, yet we fall victim when our bodies hit the pavement and we are forced to return to the dust of the earth. Our hands are up, please don't shoot. Check this country's history. It was built under indigenous and foreigners' backs, so yes, I'm proud to be black, because like all lives, Black lives matter too. Injustice is what I see. You see my blackness, yet life goes beyond what your eyes can see. Black lives, we matter too. You see my skin, yet I'm trying to see you. Ooh, ooh, black lives, we matter too. Black lives, we matter, we matter, we matter too.
I need everybody to stand up and give her a round of applause for that one. She can sing. Did y'all see how she caught her hat? She still got reflexes. That was powerful, sister. Thank you for sharing that with us. All righty, so we're gonna keep with the program. Gotta figure out where we're at here. All right, so as we get ready to start the first Kente presentation, will post-baccalaureate graduates and STOL presenters number A1 to A50 meet us on the first floor. This is the first floor, down here. Please come down the steps onto the first floor, and we will usher you through the tunnels to meet up with your graduate. Please follow the instructions of the committee members to meet your graduate. As a reminder, each graduate is allowed 2. I know how black people work. We'd be trying to act like 3 or 4 is 2. You heard what I said, 2. Allows 2 guests to join them on stage to present them with their stoles. We ask that only our STOL presenters move at this time. So if you're not a STOL presenter, please sit. Please stay where you're seated. And our committee members have a designated kind of purple lanyard with a purple little tag so you can understand who's who. They all should have these Kente stoles on as well. So everybody's coming down this way. Thank you for moving swiftly and thoughtfully. So as we allow our committee members to assist our graduates and their families to prepare to receive their Kente stole, we're going to enjoy a brief musical interlude. Cue music, DJ. We could get her back up and start singing again. You ready to come back up? I'm just kidding. There we go. Again, just as a reminder, we're looking for A1 to A50. So y'all should know, I think. Donna to come to the stage, please. Donna Ahmed. Where you at, girl? There she is. And I also have the liberty I just want to give a round of applause for what we just saw, Black excellence in our faculty. Let's give them a round of applause. These are Black faculty at the university that have volunteered their time to celebrate Black graduates. So thank you, faculty, for being here. We love you, we see you, we're so appreciative of you, so thank you for being here. All right, Miss Lady, you ready? I'm excited to meet you. We've never met in person, so this is fun. So I have the privilege of introducing Donna Ahmed. She is the GOAT at the University of Washington. Works in all capacities to support Black students at all levels of their education. And so she's gonna do a little reading to describe what this beautiful piece of fantastic fabric that I'm wearing that all of our graduates are gonna get.
Hello everyone, wassalamu alaikum. My name is Dana Ahmed and I served as the Black Student Commission Director this year, and I will be sharing with you what the meaning of Kente is. Kente is a brilliantly colorful fabric entirely handwoven by Ghanaian weavers. The brilliant colors and intricate designs associated with the Kente have made this fabric the best known of the Ghanaian and perhaps all West African textiles. Every design has a story with a proverbial meaning, giving each cloth its own distinction. The Kente stole is more than just a cloth to be worn. It represents the history, philosophy, oral literature, religious beliefs, political thought, and aesthetic principles of the Ghanaian people. The stole symbolizes the passing down of history from generation to generation, recognizes their accomplishments, and reinforces our community. I'm so proud of the community that we've created on this campus. We've adapted to changes on campus while simultaneously adjusting to our ever-changing world. The strength, determination, and drive of this class is unmatched. With every situation came a solution. When we're told no, we ask why. When someone's knocked down, we're quick to pick them up, and we're constantly looking out for those who will lead after us. We are the embodiment of this theme, and similar to the symbolism of the Kente, we too have continued to reinforce this community. We are not the blueprint, but rather the BlackPrint. To the class of 2024, thank you for teaching me valuable lessons and creating memories that will last a lifetime. As we venture out into the world on our different paths, I hope you all prosper and continue to bless the spaces that you walk through. You deserve it. Congratulations to us. Thank you guys so much. Before I walk off, I just want to give a quick shout out to my family, Mama, Baba, Arig, Maya, Lamar. I love you guys to death. Thank you guys so much.
All righty, we've waited for this time, we are here. All right, so to do the reading of the names to the Kente presentation of the post-baccalaureate graduates, here are two fantastic OGs of the Black grad, Adiam Tesfaye and Zachary McKinley. Adiam, yes, give it up. Adiam is the Director of Disability Resources for Students here on the UW Seattle campus and a longtime staff volunteer for the Black Grad Planning Committee. And Zachary is a UW alum of 2012 who serves as a program manager for College Success Foundation in Tacoma and is also one of the longtime staff volunteering for the Planning Committee with regard to Black Grad. All righty, y'all ready? Ready? All right, it's game time. Here we go.
Yo, mic check. Hey, what's up, everybody? Look at these beautiful faces out here. I'm Zach McKinley. Really honored to be here again. I think this is year 6 or 7 now, reading the names with Adiam. Really, thank you all for being here today. And let's get some Black excellence on. Let's get this show on the road. And really, it's going to be an amazing time. So thanks again, everybody. And here we go. We're starting off.
Our first post-baccalaureate is Antoinette Atkins.
Our next graduate is Cynthia Auma.
Our next graduate is Anave Avila.
Our next graduate is Candy Bowman.
All right, our next graduate is Cherie Belt.
Our next graduate is Carissa Braxton.
Maybe easier if you face each other instead of that way. I've kind of weird. All right, our next graduate is Dr. Richard Stanley Brown, Jr.
Our next graduate is Amber Burrell.
I sure can. Go ahead, you should have wrote that. All right, our next graduate is another Dr. Beatrice Ann Butler.
Our next graduate is Kendra Canton.
All right, next we have Portia Crawford.
Our next graduate is Mark Daniels.
All right, next we got Nicole Dock.
Our next graduate is Brianna Eady.
All right, next we have Takaya Farmer.
Our next graduate is Fanta Gibba.
Next, we have Fabian Alamu Gurmai. All right, next we have Arsema Isaias Haile Mikiel. Go, Mom, go. Yay!
Our next graduate is Hamdi Hassan.
All right, next we got Dr. Monica Hilda Haule.
Our next graduate is Dr. Teresa Henry.
And next we have Jada Holiday.
Our next graduate is Jamila Divinity Jenkins.
All right, next we have Jamin Eddie Jones. All right, we're gonna get the next group of graduates and stole presenters. So graduates A 51 to 100, you should be lined up outside. If not, get up. And stole presenters A 51 to 100, all the way in that back corner doorway. A 51 to 100. This is your time.
Our next graduate is Audra Lena Koopman.
Next, we have Dr. Jerusha Mogaka.
Our next graduate is Abdul Kareem Mohammed.
Next, we have Ekua Yaba Manka. One second.
Our next graduate is Dr. Tara Mitchell.
Next, we have Ben Odiambo.
You will. Yep. Our next graduate is Dr. Fani Okaikwe Woody.
All right, next we have Chinelo Opala.
Our next graduate is Astrid Wanja Brune Olsen.
All right, next we have Dismiss Kongo Oma.
Our next graduate is Noelle Price Bracy.
All right, next we have Michaela Noreen Redden.
Our next graduate is Sonita Sat.
All right, next we have Joseph Sila.
Our next graduate is Shavonda LaShun Simmons-Smith.
All right, next we have Dr. Natalie Ann Telemack.
Our next graduate is Dr. Ava Thomas.
All right, next we have Alexis Torres.
Our next graduate is Asha Omar Warsami. Doctor.
Listen, as excited as he has another sister graduating. So Ayan Omar Warsami. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Y'all got excited. Correction. This is his mother right here. Ayan Omar Warsami. Correction. Woo! All right, so you're going to face that.
Face a can. Our next graduate is Tiara Monet Ranson.
All right, next we have Brittany Udo.
Our next graduate is Dr. Ebenesia Washington.
next we have Kainisha Watson.
Our next graduate is Hiwa Wolde Miriam.
You're gonna face it. They tried to outdo my outfit. You see this matching? What the heck? I was like, so cute. Next we have Darlene Watson. Parker, sorry, Darlene Parker, excuse me.
Our next graduate is Dr. Randy Robinson.
And then come on up. All right, next we have Shakita Wright.
Our next graduate is Haili Mikal Yirda.
Next is Kadis Balai Zodi.
Our next graduate is Faduma Yusuf.
All right, next we have Karima Ahmed Zolfu.
I got you. Our next graduate is Amal Nadifo Hassan Abshir.
Our next graduate is Bethlehem Muno.
Our next graduate is Nebiat Abraha.
Our next graduate is Autumn Fair.
Our next graduate is Kaya Wiltshire.
And next we have Angel Eto.
Our next graduate is Helen Okini.
All of you. Next we have Ray Jenkins.
Our next graduate is Kalitra Welch.
Next, we have Dr. Asia Bontu Mohammed.
Our next graduate is Beitel Casa.
Next, we have Dr. Asli Abdi Nur.
Our next graduate is Shay Jones.
Our next graduate is Aklilu Toma.
Our next graduate is Asrat Wolde.
Next, we have Masfun Algacho Waldukidan.
Doing this again, I gotta put respect on people's names. Next, we got Dr. Candy Bowman.
Next, we have Nakia Isabel. All right. Yeah, give it up. Congrats to all the post-baccalaureate degrees. Let's go.
All righty, y'all. Uh-oh. They got me back on? No? Hello? Hello? Hello. All right, they turned me back on. All right, let's give a huge congratulations to the master's, doctorate, and professional graduates today. All righty, so what we just saw is a rare sighting. This room, y'all graduating, generally speaking, is rare, but to get a master's or a doctorate, I just want to give an extra round of applause for all of you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. We know how these things go. We're still cheering. Okay, so I'm gonna give everybody and I'm gonna need y'all to, I'm gonna give everybody a second. If you are able and need to stand up, do a little shimmy, wiggle up, let the blood flow, because these things can feel long. So if you need to stand up, move around, you got about 10 seconds. Move around, stretch. Let the blood flow a little bit. Shout out your people. Do a little Dougie, something. All right, oh, I see some dance moves. All right now. Okay, sit back down, sit back down, sit back down. All right, let's sit back down, y'all. We still got a heck of a lot of people to put these thingies on, so let's sit down. Here we go. All right, so I'm delighted to introduce our second graduating student speaker, Leah Sisu. Leah's graduating. All right, let me introduce her, y'all. Hold on, let me introduce her. All right, so Leah is graduating with a degree in geography, data science with a minor in data science. She served on the Associate Students of University of Washington, ASU Dub Board of Directors as a Director of Diversity Efforts. She has also been a part of other campus involvements such as the East African Student Association, founder and co-president, Revolutionary Poets, Retro, Vice President and Social Media Manager, A Vision for Engineering Literacy and Access, Avila, okay, as a student instructor and the secretary of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Kappa Nu chapter. She is super excited to be this year's undergraduate speaker. Welcome, Leah.
Hello, welcome everyone. First off, I want to say welcome to our friends, family, faculty, and fellow class of 2024. As we stand here today to celebrate such a significant occasion, we are not only here to share the years of sweat, hard work, and definitely some tears, but I stand here before you to share a journey, a story, and a lifelong goal achieved. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Leah Sisu. I am a first-generation Ethiopian born and raised here in Tukwila, Washington. Growing up, I constantly heard the phrase, "It takes a village." And for as long as I could remember, that saying has stayed near and dear to my heart. And when I say it takes a village, I don't just mean the people who have supported me unconditionally, but I am talking about my mentors and professors who have guided me and my classmates who have inspired me. So before I could begin, I would love to recognize my village. To my mom, dad, sister, grandmas, grandpas, my cousins, aunts, and uncles, and lifelong friends, I would not be standing here if it were not for the sacrifices that you all have made. So thank you. Attending the University of Washington had been my greatest admiration for as long as I could remember. It wasn't because of the iconic buildings, and it wasn't because my sister went to Wazoo and I wanted to stir the pot and start a family rivalry, and it definitely was not because I was in desperate need to leave home either. I'm just kidding, sorry, Mom and Dad. It was because of the opportunity to do something meaningful, the opportunity to finally find my purpose. Though when I finally got here, I couldn't help but think, now what? I knew that I wanted to make a difference, and I knew that it was important to set the tone or to follow a blueprint. But since there wasn't much of one, I decided to become the BlackPrint. The BlackPrint is not just a concept or a unique perspective. It's not just a phrase either. It is truly the reality of the lived experiences of every single Black student at the University of Washington. So give yourselves a round of applause. The BlackPrint means breaking out of societal norms, setting our mark on this campus, and rejecting the limitations along the way. It means that we have the ability to be anything and to do anything. So I did just that. My commitment to service was a key contributor to my success at UW. I was recently awarded the Commitment to Service Award from the ASU Dub Black Student Commission and the UW Black Student Union. To me, service looks like creating inclusive and welcoming spaces for students. This was demonstrated by my involvement on campus. During my time as Vice President for Retro, not only were we awarded the 2023 Black RSO of the Year, but we were able to bring award-winning artist Mariah the Scientist for a Black History Month concert. I also proudly co-founded the East African Student Association in 2023 and served as the co-president. The Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity Ethnic Cultural Center recognized the East African Student Association as a 2023 breakout organization, an award given to only newly founded student organizations that have showcased tremendous growth and outreach into the greater Seattle and King County communities. The East African Student Association has created welcoming and inclusive spaces for East African students, which was not only the intended purpose, but something that I take great pride in. But my community is not limited to my service, and my service is not limited to my community. This year, I have had the opportunity to become an instructor for underrepresented students in Rainier Beach through an organization called A Vision for Engineering, Literacy, and Access. Through Avella, I have been able to create accessibility for career growth with a focus on STEM. But as I began my final year at UW, I reflected upon the goals that I created during my freshman year and the vision that I had for my BlackPrint. I wanted to expand my outreach. This year, I have had the privilege to serve as an elected official on the board of directors for the UW Student Body Government, also known as the Associated Students of the University of Washington. Through my role as Director of Diversity Efforts, I have worked tirelessly to support student needs and initiatives throughout our very unique campus. I have had the opportunity to work on distinguished committees, the ASUW Student Senate, and multiple task forces. Through ASUW, I have not only been able to expand my outreach through the greater UW and Seattle community, I've been able to pave the way for more Black students to create their own BlackPrint as they continue to break out of societal norms, all while embracing their authentic selves. And I do not want to get into bragging, but for those of you who don't know, I'm a member of the captivating Kappa Nu chapter for the finest sorority in the National Pan-Hellenic Council, also known as Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I'm proud to be a part of a community-conscious and action-oriented organization. So to my phenomenal sorors, thank you so much for the sisterhood and the memories. Continue to keep the Zeta legacy strong. Yeah. Every day. And you know I cannot end this off without acknowledging my brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, most importantly, the chapter of Kings and Legends, Kappa Lambda chapter. To my brothers, thank you so much for truly showing me the depths of the blue and white family. But I cannot stand here today without acknowledging the current climate of the world. As we take time to celebrate our accomplishments this week, let us not only celebrate our achievements, but let us be conscious of our privilege. Let us be conscious of the actions that we are taking as we walk this free land while there are people in the world suffering. People in Palestine, people in Congo, people in Sudan, people in Tigray are suffering. I call on each and every single one of you to speak up and advocate for the liberation of the oppressed. We will never be free until we are all free, from the river to the sea, and Black lives do matter. Free Palestine. But before I leave, I want to leave you all with this quote by James Baldwin. The paradox of education is precisely this, that as one begins to become conscious, one begins to examine the society in which he is being educated. As we embark on this journey and head towards new beginnings, note that your presence is an essence. It is vital that we continue to establish our BlackPrint on this campus and in the world. Each and every single student in this room is worthy of every single space that they are put in. We must pave the way for future generations unapologetically, creatively, and authentically. Because at the end of the day, that is truly what it means to be the BlackPrint. Once again, congratulations and thank you to the wonderful class of 2024.
Thank you, Leah, for those motivational and inspiring words to your fellow graduates. Graduates, please take this time to have a moment of silence and reflect upon the honor of this moment. Remember your loved ones and lost ones who could not be here in body to celebrate you. Take this moment to remember those of your peers who may have started this journey with you, yet were not able to complete it. We will now take a moment of silence in all of those that are not here. Thank you. As we get ready to start the Kente presentation of the undergraduates, will bachelor's, stoles, and graduates and presenters, numbers B1 to B50, meet us on the first floor of the arena. Before y'all move, wait, pause. We see how this procession goes. It's about 8:30. I'm gonna need us to move swiftly, okay? So I'm gonna do a little example here. Ready? Ricky, come help me. And then all the graduates, you will file down this beautiful black ramp, and all the families, you will head to the stairs to my left. Alrighty, so B1 to B50, meet us on the first floor of the arena. Please come down the steps onto the first floor, and we will usher you through the tunnels to meet up with your graduate. Again, please follow the instructions of the committee members to meet your graduates. As a reminder, again, 2 people per graduate. There was a few people that test the boundaries. 2 people per graduate, please. And your guests will be able to join you on stage. We ask that only the stole presenters move at this time as we allow our committee members to assist our graduates. DJ, cue the music. So all that you're meeting your graduates, you need to come down this way and file out to either the right or the left on either side, but come down to this bottom area, come down to the first floor. Alrighty, we're about to get started. Here we go, round 2. Ding, 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 let's go.
All right, our first graduate for undergrad is Nasreen Ibrahim Abdi.
Our next graduate is Suweda Abdi.
All right, our next graduate is Samira Abdurrahim.
Our next graduate is Hebo Abdi.
Man, it's beautiful family time in here. The sister's gonna steal the little brother. Oh my God. Okay, Abdi Najib.
Our next graduate is Lillian Abalera.
All right, our next graduate is Mawushinu Ado.
Our next graduate is Ade Tutu Adeshina.
All right, you heard from our next graduate earlier, Dana Ahmed.
Our next graduate is Tatiana Alarkin.
But you're gonna go on the tape, okay? You're gonna help? All right, our next graduate is Tamika Albert.
Our next graduate is Samra Alabacho.
That way. All right, our next graduate is Aliyah Jamal Ali. Excuse me, I need this paper. I'm saying your name. Okay, you want to say Mohammed? Yeah, you say Mohammed. Okay. Let them go first. You guys will go first. I love her. Ooh, the next one. This is my baby. All right, we got Anissa Muhammad Ali. Woo!
Our next graduate is Kayla Amati.
All right, our next graduate is Kiara Mache Anderson.
Our next graduate is Shauna Arias.
All right, yes. Our next graduate is Shanae Arter.
Our next graduate is Fallon Asres.
All right, our next graduate is Denzel Baker.
Our next graduate is Marlo Barrington.
All right, our next graduate is Yafet Bedru. All right, hold on. As we get ready to keep going, y'all are too excited. Okay. Shh, hold on 1 second. If you see the screen, I need graduates and stole presenters B51 to 100. So excited, I love it. 51 to 100, B51 to 100, stole presenters and graduates to the back corner. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Dagmawit Mesfin.
All right, our next graduate is Ahmed Damilola Bello.
Our next graduate is Adam Seifu Bogale.
All right, next we have Michael Braxton Jr.
Our next graduate is Elle Briscoe.
All right, next we have Asan Leslie Brown.
Our next graduate is Lavira Brown.
right, next we have Lynn Aku Brown.
Our next graduate is Judith Cashin.
All right, next we have Marvin Chapman.
Our next graduate is Aaliyah Cleveland.
All right, next we have Michaela Kobina.
Our next graduate is Aisha Cora.
All right, next we have Nathnael Damato.
Our next graduate is Ismail Daoud.
All right, hold on, everybody. Oh, we got twins in the house. Intisar Daoud.
Our next graduate is Delea Daniels.
All right, our next graduate is Cam Davis.
Our next graduate is Saida Dungu.
All right, next we have Yusufa Diallo.
Our next graduate is Elhan Diri.
All right, next we have, ooh, I love it, excitement. Next we have Camille Danji.
I got you with both. Both? Yep. Next, we have brother and sister Mia and Miles Douglas.
Excitement. Bardosa Doled. Woo!
Our next graduate is Kylie Duane.
All right. Next, we have Jonathan Xavier Dubrell.
Our next graduate is Haywan Elias.
All right, next we have Samia Adam Eltom. Asudin and Kwan Hodin.
Our next graduate is Sublay Enyu.
Next, we have Alexander Valentino Evans. All right, ready? Next, we have Jakob Deste Faleka.
Our next graduate is Minyilihel Felko.
While we're doing this, next graduates and soul presenters, B101 to 150, could you please go outside? B101 to 150. All right, 1 second. Do you have somebody? Okay. Next, we have Ida Gay.
Oh, sorry. Ramla Jailani. Our next graduate is Ramla Jailani.
All right, next we have Saron Haile Mariam.
Our next graduate is Divine Getacho.
All right. Next we have Samrawit Mbeza Hailu.
Our next graduate is Janae Elise Milan Hairston.
All right, next we have Nadira Haji Muhammad.
Our next graduate is Sabrina Hassan.
Next, we have Zainab Hassan.
Our next graduate is Hibak Abdi Yonis Hassan.
All right. Next, we have Aliyah Hassan.
Our next graduate is Asia Hemphill.
Next, we have David Javier Hayward. Oh, I was like, there you go. You go ahead.
Our next graduate is Brooklyn Hose.
All right, next we have Isis Ashino Aman. Yay!
Our next graduate is Onajite Ifie.
All right, next we have Hibak Ismail.
Our next graduate is Asma Jama.
All right, next we have CJ James.
And then as soon as I say the name, you can go. Next graduate is Yarangel John.
All right, next we have Nia Jones.
Our next graduate is Courtney Jones Kendricks. Let's go, Courtney.
All right, next we have Badria Kadir.
Our next graduate is Ahila Casa.
Next, we have Fadila Casa.
Our next 2024 graduate is Mapenzi Kinege.
All right, next we have Takaya King. Next we have Sara Nagash Gabramedhin.
Our next graduate is Bethany Casa.
All right, before we continue, we're gonna get all the rest of the graduates, B151 to 200 or beyond. Stoll presenters, B151 to 200 and beyond, to the back so you can line up. Thank you. All right, our next graduate is Christina Casa.
Our next graduate is Sarah Logman.
All right, next we have Timothy Olowatoni Kolade. Yeah, I got you.
Our next graduate is Mariama Kante.
All right, next we have Hannah Moses Loyuk.
Our next graduate is Frank Manuel Kepnan John.
All right, next we have Anissa Made.
Our next graduate is Saeed Ali Mahamud.
All right, next we have Momar Antoman Mo. All right. Oh, my baby. Okay, next we have Lilia Medhane.
Our next graduate is Miriam Mencias.
All right, next we have Kasana Zayada Mogos from Eritrea.
Our next graduate is Samaya Muhammad. Go, Samaya.
Yeah, so that she can go in front of you guys. So she gets the front of us. You guys move the back, you know? This is for her. All right, next we have Dureti Mohammed.
Hayat Muhammad.
Wait till he says her name.
Hayat
Wait till he says her
Muhammad.
name.
Our next graduate is Hayat Muhammad.
So you guys, when I say the name, you guys move to that tape area. All right, next we have Maya Mosley.
Our next graduate is Victoria Mulugeta.
And you're going to walk in front of them, okay? When I say the name. Mungai. All right, next we have Patrick Mungai.
Our next graduate is Margaret Joroge.
Next we have Saida Noor.
Our next graduate is Ayan Noor.
All right. Next we have Anna Elizabeth Okafor.
Our next graduate is Yasmin Omer.
You get the stage. So you guys wait till I call her name, and then you're going to stand on the tape. She's going to stand in front of you, okay? Next we have Praises Orgy.
Our next graduate is Confidence Orgy.
All right, next we have Emily Chinenye Nonye Orgiaco. Yeah, I got it, I got it.
Our next graduate is Nettie Oviebo.
right, next we have Mohammed M. Rage.
Our next graduate is Aaliyah Recastner.
All right, next we have Nafiad Tamrat Ragasa.
Our next graduate is Malia Richard.
All right, next we have Miriam Roberts.
Our next graduate is Nadia Sheik.
Wow, all right. Ilham Kamal Ahmed Seifo.
Our next graduate is Wadifer Ilyas Ahmed Shifo.
All right. Our next graduate is Leah Sishu.
Our next 2024 graduate is Jada Felice Simpson.
All right, next we have Kaylin Avis Soares.
I don't know.
Our next graduate is Kenny Sullivan.
Next we have Eamon Tadesse.
Our next graduate is Selena Tadessa.
All right, next we got some twins, Soliana and Fortuna Goitom Tasfai.
Our next graduate is Favon Tesfamariam. Let's go, Favon.
Next, we have Emmanuel Tesfaye.
Our next graduate is Tina Tessima.
Next, we have Fendisha Tabebe.
Our next graduate is Gila Tarujo.
All right, next we have Ada Ugokoli.
Our next graduate is Priscilla Umba.
All right, our next graduate is Phil Keprop Yego.
Our next graduate is Maraki Yewunderson.
I thought my voice was gonna hurt today. All y'all's voice is gonna hurt. Next, we have Holden Jonas.
So she's done. Our next graduate is Kunle Akinlosutu.
All right, next we have Logan Solomon Wilson.
Our next graduate is Noah Shakur Hunter Williams.
Best mom and child duo right there. I love it. All right, our next graduate is J. Nathan White.
Our next graduate is Yoni Gedlu.
make sure. All right, our next graduate is Amelion Gedlu.
Our next graduate is Jenna McDaniel. Let's go, Jenna.
All right, we got more siblings graduating. This is amazing. So next we have Beza and Ruth Aramde. Woo! Who's gonna do it for you? That's the challenge.
Our next graduate is Sufyan Mahmood.
You're just gonna go like, yeah, to the back tape area and then she'll walk in front of you. All right, our next graduate is Elle Garcia Wells.
Our next graduate is Annie Edwards.
Our next graduate is Ayan Jailani.
Next up, we have siblings Idle Ide and Yasmin Ide.
You go that way, and then you're gonna walk in front. You get the front of the stage. So wait till I say her name. You're just gonna go to that spot, so she's gonna walk in front of you, so she gets the whole spot. All right, our next graduate is Hawa Jagana.
Our next graduate is Salma Uthman.
Our last graduates of the night are twins. Again, this sibling game, y'all are serious. All right, we got Jada and Lauren Daniels. Go that way. All right, let's give it up for all the undergraduates. Woo! Congratulations.
Alrighty, y'all, we're almost done. I got a few more words. Can we hang out for like a minute or two? Yeah, you got me? All right, so we just want to say thank you to all of you for being here, and also to share that this ceremony was made possible by the hands and gifts of many. The Black Grad Planning Committee is made up of students and staff from all 3 UW campuses who volunteer their time, efforts, and on top of their full-time jobs and or student commitments at the various UW campuses. This event happens only because of the volunteer members and the generous sponsorships they have solicited. So, Up there, you can see all the wonderful, amazing people that have contributed to us being here, so let's give them a round of applause. I also want to give a shout out to Malcolm and Jamaica, our interpreters up here. Let's give them a round of applause. Alrighty, so the committee solicits, this is where we do the collection plate thing for all of us folks that have been in a church. The committee solicits enough money for each year's event. We're asking that you help pay it forward to the class of 2025 so that they may have the same experience as you all in 2024. In your program and or on the screen, there's a QR code that you can scan that will bring you to the Black Graduation and Kente Ceremonies donation page. Y'all got it? QR code? Throw a couple bucks in there. So before we close, I would like to take this time to thank the Black Grad and Kente Ceremony Committee and giving me the opportunity. Third time's a charm for being the MC. Hopefully I did okay. Hopefully I did all right. Let's give one more round of applause for our graduates. And you know what they say, y'all don't gotta go home, but you gotta get out of here. So, all the graduates, you all are gonna exit on the first floor. All the families and guests, you all are gonna go up the stairs and exit on the concourse. There's no families or anything down here. I will take the liberty of saying all the athletes that are still here, y'all get to come up here because I need a picture. But I hope that you all have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Congratulations, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you. Frankie. Frank Kepnog. Frank. 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 Get up here. Kunle. 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 He's right here. I guess we'll get a picture with Frank. Yeah, here's Kunle right there. Kunle, right there. Right there.